Hey everyone, Swampfox here to continue our playthrough of Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. Now, I believe we left off where I punched Barrett in his bitch face. And he also blew up by exploding. Let's talk to Faraday here.
I can't believe it, Jensen. An internment camp smack dab in the middle of Detroit. Shit. You know, people have been talking about these kind of things ever since I was a kid. But to actually find evidence, to know the people running this country distrust us so much, makes you wonder if they really did close Guantanamo.
Uh-oh. Close Guantanamo. They probably did, maybe. A little. It's down here. Oh, the helipad. The hell? Where the hell does this go? Any free shit? I'm okay with this. Now that I got my security rating a little bit higher, I'm gonna try to hack all the offices. I think my UI is bugged.
We need everyone on high alert. It's not only the pro-augs who might want to get a taggart, but the ones against them.
Is there any offices downstairs? I don't think there was. Yeah, I think it was just the men's and ladies' room.
No, but I couldn't get out of this. I saw the news. I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Okay, this might be a bit difficult.
Okay, goodbye.
Access granted.
Ooh.
Adam, is Mr. Seraph really shipping you off to China? What's he thinking?
How do these people find out about this shit? I haven't even debriefed Mr. Seraph. Security rating 4. Do I have enough to do that?
Access granted.
Oh. Oh, lead skills, baby. Guess Faraday really doesn't want me in her office. Probably because of all the porn on her computer. It's a helipad storage area. I did not know this.
Access granted.
I just wanted the free 100 XP for Traveler. Okay.
Access granted.
Didn't miss anything? Nope. Okay, good. Nope, not going that way. I already went through this office, apparently.
Access granted.
Oh, she doesn't mind that I was just, in here hacking her computer. Yeah, I'm just doing a security quick check. Don't mind me. Okay, let's check out this helipad thing.
3 days after VersaLife CEO Bob Page
Helipad storage area. Oh. No, that's not it. Sweet. Oh shit, I got a lot of stuff. Typhoon ammo. What did I just... Oh, it must have been more ammo. I need to sell some shit. Why is there so many people just chilling in the helipad?
With all due respect, Mr. Cannon, I can't believe we're letting that arrogant bastard Taggart sniff around our building.
Don't start getting all hyper on me now, Dobell.
His Humanity Front rehabilitation... Mr. Jensen, did you run into Bill Taggart yet? I seriously can't believe Mr. Sarif let him in this place. After what his people did at our plant, his Humanity Front rehabilitation centers are not filled with recovering neuropozyne addicts. They're exactly what the name says they are, a front.
For what, Dobell?
Remember those allegations about the front sending money to organizations with known ties to terror cells? They're building training facilities for Purity First terrorists.
Taggart's aide Sandoval doesn't look like a terrorist to me, Dobell. The man is a doctor.
It's the perfect cover, if you ask me.
That man's clearly crazy. Or is he? We'll find out.
Access granted.
Ooh, opera tickets. Huh. Hmm.
Access granted.
Oh, men's room. I don't need to worry about that.
Hello, who is it?
I'm not
Oh, she just happened to take a call as I walked in? She probably just didn't want to talk to me.
something about Taggart that I found a little mesmerizing.
Oh, this looks complicated.
I know, but he did this thing. I asked him if this was his first time in Detroit, and he started telling me how he came here in '06 for the last game of the ALCS. You know when Kenny Rogers was spraying champagne everywhere? I hate baseball. So while he's telling me this, Danny comes over and tries to ask him something.
Access granted.
Holds up a hand, turns to me, and says, "Excuse me, will you?" I thought it was a pretty polite gesture for somebody everyone keeps calling superior.
I'm sure Mr. was polite too.
Damn. It's like 1,000 credits in here. This is why you hack into everyone's office and steal their shit.
Access granted.
Okay, I think I got all the offices. Let's talk to, what's his name again? Frank. Frank. I confuse him and Faraday all the time.
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
Oh shit. Well, let's go talk to Sarif. This can only end well. Also gotta hit up that like gas station dealer. I gotta sell some stuff.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
Why the hell are you talking to me about this?
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
What a dick.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was... Too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know. hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuropathy dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Well, that's not so bad then. Alright, Seraph, you and me got words. Where did he get wood? In the middle of a city. Bothers me that no one's playing that chess game.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
I what?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
I think placate would probably be the best.
Of course. You're right. And maybe Pritchard's paranoia is rubbing off on me. It's just that the timing seems so strange, right before you hired me. Don't you think it might be more than a coincidence?
I guess I can see why you'd think that, given everything you've been through recently. But you can't expect me to tell you every detail of this company's operations every single day. We're at war here, and it's your job to protect us from enemies who try to take us down. You should have found that loophole without my having to tell you about it. You know, Frank wanted me to hire experts, an outside security firm to protect us, but you convinced me you could do it. Are you saying you were wrong?
Huh.
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
I see. I suppose they might have tried to do that. I just wonder if you're being a bit paranoid here. Fixating on details that aren't critical? I mean, are you so shaken up by what happened 6 months ago, by your failure to make a difference then, that you can't roll with the punches anymore? Damn it, Adam! I brought you back in today because you have an immediate crisis to deal with. Questioning me about things that don't matter isn't gonna bring Megan back.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
We were. She doesn't. I mean, Adam, you're missing the point. The data you're so nervous about is little more than a bunch of routine, fact-finding reports, the kind of stuff I deal with every day. Megan pointed me in a direction and I followed up on it, that's all. And now that I've shared this much with you, I have to ask how your knowing the fine details will keep the rest of us any more secure. Can't you trust me to take care of things from here?
Boss, 6 months ago, mercenaries knew stuff about this company that I didn't and used it to get past my security measures. I don't really care what kind of secrets you and Megan were keeping back then. I just want to make sure they don't endanger us again.
Adam, I didn't mean to imply... You're right, okay? You're right. I really shouldn't keep this information from you. I just hope you'll understand why I did. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Getting things done. Silver tongue. All right. Okay, let's see what's on this computer. I'm assuming I'm going to learn about the incident on why I quit SWAT, because I still don't really know why. I don't remember it either. I know this is my second time playing this game, but keep in mind, I played this game when it came out, so I don't really remember the details of such. I had a friend at the gym of you when I was running the test of the records you asked. Does your sister know that neither of his parents are his birth parents? Oh. Mother was sterile according to the old medical records I dug up, but his dad carries no common phenotypes either. Brent, it wasn't easy, but I finally backtraced some of Margie's and Arthur's past, though their medical had enough connections through his old Desert Storm buddies turned security consultants to have a certain records pulled, which is why the family is a ghost. But he couldn't hide Margie's records. For a period of 8 years, Arthur relied on the insurance policy of his then employer, White Helix Labs, to pay for his wife's medication. She was on antidepressants since 14 and needed regular prescriptions. When White Helix Labs burned down, all his files and employment records were lost, and then the Jensens stayed invisible mostly. Here's the thing. 1 minute Adam doesn't exist, and then the next Jensens have themselves a bouncing and healthy 5-year-old. That's when they pull their vanishing act. So on a hunch, I sniffed around some more, and sure enough, the Jensens had tried adopting kids from several Michigan agencies, but Margie was deemed unfit as a parent. Next thing you know, they have Adam. There's no real trail saying how he was placed in their hands. Mr. Seraph found Adam Jensen's psych evaluation following the SWAT incident of the augmented teen. I managed to sneak a look at the folder, but I couldn't copy it. At least not yet. I'll be honest with you, the psych eval doesn't paint a pretty picture. It mentions the problems with authority figures and a disregard for the chain of command, anger management issues, and potential PTSD. Here's the thing, when you hired me, you said you wanted me to read between the lines, so here it is. The evaluation reads like fiction. I'm thinking a pissed off superior wanted Jensen off the force and had the evaluation worded to read like just cause. But most of the rank and file, I suppose, too, respected and liked Jensen. They thought he was a real straight shooter, even though the SWAT incident soured his reputation a little. Still, even my source liked him enough to want to keep his psyche valve buried. Okay, so I'm adopted, and I have no idea who my real
Athena
parents are.
tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
This elevator can only hold 963 pounds. It's like 3 fat people.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the Typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Farida? Is not how I thought you said that. Okay. Before I start that next mission, I'm gonna head to that shop and just sell everything. Maybe there'll be a couple more auto unlocks, because I still don't have a security rank 5, but there's usually not too many of those, so. Pocket secretaries often contain passcodes or computer passwords.